Hello. So back in the loft today, temperature is now far more sensible, and it's now time to crack on with the railway. I have been pondering over the summer period about what I can do with my motive pad depot, how I make it look and where I put the sidings, and I need to combine an area with the old tricks track with the Pico track, and how do I get all that configured so that it all seems to work sensibly together. And I think I've now finally come up with a proposed layout that works for that area. So I shall pause the video, I shall turn it around, and I will explain what my thoughts are. Okay, so starting at the south end of the motive power depot. But first, I have been criticised in the past, understandably so, by the poor quality of my pointing devices. So I now have a new pointing device which I hope will improve the quality of my further videos, etc. And special thanks to Libby for recommending these. So here we go. This, as before, these are the two main lines, and they run throughout the depot, or they run past the depot. Coming off the main line, we have this single slip going up to what I will call, and I have no idea if it's the correct term or not, the kind of the receiving line that goes into the depot, and it returns to the main line via another single slip over there. So trains from this main line and that main line can enter and leave the depot via these two single slips. Now previously I had another engine shed here where this what is now going to become the diesel fueling point is. But then I realized that if you have engines coming off the main line up to here, they could only really access the coaling point, and for various reasons the coaling point can only really fit in there, by running into the engine shed. So one of those lines had to continually be clear for the engine shed, and that wasn't a good idea at all. Didn't make perfect sense. So what I've done, I'm going to have an engine shed, probably not this one here, it's going to be a brick built one, card, brick, paper one, there, for the Trix locos. These are two fueling sidings, and these will be the diesel fueling sidings for the diesel engines, very obviously. Then coming this way, so locos come off the main line, they go onto the reception siding. We've got a head shunt there, a head shunt there, I apologise, where we can store locos waiting to come on or go off shed. And we have another head shunt there, or storage siding there, and then we have the two sidings going into what's going to be the diesel fueling point. Then we've got two reception sidings going into the engine shed for the newer locos. And across the back here, I haven't decided it's going to be there or there, we'll have the coaling yard, or the coaling depot, coaling point, and the water point, water tower will probably move somewhere. That means that both the old locos, the Trix locos, and the new locos can use the same coaling point and watering point to, well, refuel. So that is my idea. I think it works. You can see the track looks, I've laid it out loosely to sort of show where I think it's going to go. The next stage will be to fix all the track down, well, cut track, fit it in the correct place, cut holes to the points, fit the points, fit power sections, and then maybe run a train through it. Interesting. Let's hope it all works properly. Thank you. Aha! I have just worked out, of course, realised that if I have my coaling point there, or along that line there, or round there, the loco would still need to go into the shed before pulling out. So this line is going to be a lot smaller. This is going to be somewhat like a loco shed head shunt, if such a thing ever existed. And I might have a crane or something here so they could do some heavy maintenance, which means that this space here would be free, and this space here will be where the coaling point is, and then I could justifiably say, or reasonably say, that coaling point feeds both the locos on that track and this track. So this will be the coaling point here, that track will be cut back shorter, and I'll have water towers here as well, and that water cranes and that water tower there as well. So good point, and clearly the pointer is helping me to think more clearly. So yes, so that is what I'll do. I shall now carry on and try and get all this installed this weekend and show you what it looks like. Hurrah!